It's your man Jay Graves Report, and welcome to the College Football Weekly Preview, Week 5, presented by the State Farm Insurance Agency of Rob V. Murray, located 3955 Eagle Creek Parkway, and give your boy a call, 317-297-3804. So y'all know how we get it in, so let's get it in. Previewing the top 5 ball games of the weekend, so let's get right to it. Now, let's go to the first ball game. We're going out to the Pac-12. We got number 7. Stanford goes out to Seattle to play number 10, Washington. Now, here's the deal. Stanford comes into this ball game averaging 25 points a game, 342 yards a game. But the boys over in Seattle going to work. We got Chris Peterson. Y'all know Chris Peterson. That's the done that was down at Boise State a few years ago, had boys going crazy. Now he at Washington, got these boys in the top 10. They number 4 in the country, averaging 45 points a game, putting up 445 yards a game. But here's the problem. These dogs 4-0 right now, but they ain't played nobody, bruh. They played Rutgers, Idaho, Portland State, and then they went out to Dunn, Arizona, went into overtime, barely got out of that Dunn alive. But here's the deal. They gave up 308 yards on the ground out there. But now you got Christian McCaffrey, the white boy that can do it all. Hey, I know boys want to hate on white boys running the rock, but this white boy can run the rock. Hey, he should have won the Heisman Trophy last year. Let's keep it real. All these cats want to, I know Derrick Henry won it last year, but he didn't put up the numbers that this boy is putting up. This cat can do it all. He can run the ball, return kickoffs, punts, throw the football, line up at quarterback, wide receiver. He doing it all, bruh. Don't hate on this done. Now, last week, Stanford got out of there alive. They went down to UCLA and barely got out of there. Came out the last 24 seconds, took the lead, and then picked up a dub fumble recovery at the end of the ball game. Ended up winning by 2 scores. But here's the deal. Here's the breakdown of this game. Stanford has won 3 out of the last 4 Pac-12 titles. They had already won 15 out the last 16 in this matchup. They won 7 out the last 8 in this matchup. Now, this is the first time in 19 years that you had a top 10 matchup in Seattle. That means the lights gonna be too bright for these boys. Seattle, hey, Washington gonna get out here and wet the bed, fall apart. Stanford been playing at this level for the last few years. Like I say, 3 out of the last 4 Pac-12 titles going to Stanford. So they not worried about the lights being too big, it's too bright. They gonna go out here, beat these boys in Washington, let them know they not ready for the big time just yet. So I'm going with Stanford to win this ball game. Now let's go to the next ball game. We're going down to the Big 12. We got number 22, Texas, goes down to Boone Pickens Stadium to play Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State. These boys 2-2 already lost ball games. So here's the deal. Texas is putting up 47 points a game, another 500 yards a game, and they coming off a bye week. Now, they was the week before the bye. They went out to Cal and gave up 50 points, lost 50-43. Defense didn't even show up. Defense didn't even lead Austin, So now they had a week to get themselves together, put it together. But here's the deal. Baylor beat the brakes off Oklahoma State a few weeks ago, last week. So now Mason Randolph and company got to try to figure out what they're going to do. But at this point, I'm going with Texas to win this ball game because I talked to Bevo the other day. Bevo, he got a little swag now because these boys in the top 25, they number 22. He got a little swag now. He got him a brand new pair pointed toe Stacey Adams knobs. Now, they ain't brand new shoes. They just been in the box for 22 years. Because you can't get no brand new knobs, bruh. That's old school. Hey, but he got his horns on. He walking around campus with a swag. When they was getting beat a couple years ago, he had taking his doggone horns off, running around incognito, trying to squeeze in a Buick. So I'm going with Texas to win this ball game, bruh. Let's move on to the next ball game. Now we got number 11. Tennessee goes out to play number 25, Georgia. Now, Tennessee is coming off of a huge win last week. They played Florida at the crib in Knoxville. They was down 21-3 at the half, bruh. Came out in the second half, put up 35 unanswered on these boys, beat them 38-28. So Joshua Dobbs, the aerospace engineer, that done got to wear 2 helmets because doggone brain too big. And he got part of his brain in his doggone thigh pads. Hey, but here's the deal. He's put up 805 yards, 10 touchdowns. He threw 5 dub picks. He been starting off slow these last few ball games. But this is the first road game that they're going to have to play. They played 3 games at the crib. Then they played that neutral site game at Bristol Speedway where it was 150,000 people, which was ignorant because half the folks watching that ball game couldn't even see the ball game because they're a quarter mile from the doggone field. So Butch Jones got these boys rolling. I don't know what we're going to do with Georgia. Georgia went down to doggone Ole Miss last week, went down to the Grove and got the brakes beat off of them, 45-14. At one point in the ball game, they were down 45-0, and Nick Chubb is hurt. So coming into this ball game, they playing at the crib, but Butch Jones got these boys rolling. I keep saying, this is the year that Tennessee is going to have to show up in the SEC championship and represent the East because they've got Joshua Dobbs. He's a veteran quarterback. If they don't win this year, they're going to be done for the next few years. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Tennessee to win this ball game because Ugga already told me he wasn't going to the game, bro. He was going to fly up to South Bend, hang out with the leprechaun, and they were just going to get full and hang out and check out the girls because ain't no sense of showing up to the ball game if Georgia going to be dull, and they going to be dull at the crib. So let's move on to the next ball game. We got number 8, Wisconsin. Goes out to play number 4, Michigan. Now, here's the deal. Both these duns coming off good wins. Both of them undefeated. Michigan is coming off of blasting Penn State 49-10 at the crib. What I can't understand, somebody explain to me how in the world Michigan is playing their 5th straight home game. I know that Jim Harbaugh been upsetting boys all over the country with these satellite camps and all that, but it's done played 5 games at the crib already. They got 9 home games on the schedule. They only play 12 games, bruh. They got 9 home games. How you put that together? Old booger eating Jim Harbaugh and figured something out. Broke off into the boiler room and set the schedule up. Come on, man. So now, Wisconsin is coming to this ball game with the 7th ranked scoring defense in the country. They 12th total defense, but they're a double-digit underdog in this ball game. So, they coming in all riled up. They're only giving up 80 yards rushing per game. Here's the problem. Michigan is averaging 229 on the ground. Davion Smith leads with 259 on the ground, and he's averaging 6.6 yards a carry. It's going to be a problem, bruh. I got to go with Michigan to win this ball game simply because they at the crib. They gotten comfortable. First time Michigan go on the road, they're going to be in trouble because they've been at the crib all year. So I'm going with Michigan to win this ball game. And we got to keep the slow-mo cameras on old booger eating Jim Harbaugh and see if he's going to try to sneak one of them. Hey, let's move on to the next ball game. Now, here's the deal. Next ball game, we're going down to Death Valley. This is the big one. This is the one everybody been waiting on. Number 3, Louisville, goes down to Death Valley to play number 5, Clemson. Now, here's the deal. Louisville is coming to this ball game averaging 63 points a game, putting up 682 yards a game. I got two words for you. Lamar Jackson. It's him and everybody else. This done has got more than 20-something touchdowns already in the first 4 ball games, bruh. They just beating the brakes off of boy. He had 417 yards last week and 5 touchdowns against Marshall, just rearing up, just getting ready for these boys. And I'm going to tell you, this is only the second time in 74 years of Death Valley that they played a top 5 ball game. So, and the first time they played a top 5 ball game when both teams in the top 5, it was when Florida State and Famous James came in there and beat the brakes off these boys 51-14. Now, so I know that Dabo Sweeney get mad when boys say that they gon' Clemson in. That means they gonna fall apart with the bed. Hey, look out for these boys from Clemson to come out here with diapers on. Depends, because they gonna wet the bed this weekend because they had no answer for Lamar Jackson. None at all. None at all, bruh. So me and the fellas getting ready to climb the gate. We gonna do some old school climb the gate. We don't need no ticket. We don't need a media pass. We climbing the gate to get in this one just for ambiance sake. Climbing the gate, me and the fellas. Look out for us. We gonna have our all black on. I'm gonna be standing on my boy's shoulder looking in the first quarter, and then we gonna dip over the gate, and we gonna be on the sideline too, calling plays. Hey, it's your man Jay Graves Report, and remember, this segment is brought to you by the State Farm Insurance Agency of Ravi Murray, located 3955 Eagle Creek Parkway, 317-297-3804, and holla at your boy.